What's up, guys? This is Monique and welcome back to the channel. I just quit my job as a nurse practitioner. Yes, my almost 6-figure job I just walked out of, like literally just walked out of. I got my uniform on here, as you can see, and I had to go. So right now I'm just sitting in my car and I was thinking long and hard about if I want to share this story with you guys. But you know, our life is an open book. We like to share our experiences with you in the hopes that it may help you in some way. And I want to get your input. Tell me, what would you have done in this situation? Like, what you think? Let me know. Comment below as I tell you this story. I honestly don't know where to begin. And the crazy thing is that this is the job that I prayed and fasted for back in August for 2 weeks. I mean, they say be careful what you ask for. And had I known this job was going to be with the foolishness, I definitely would have saved my little prayer for something else. But sometimes some things are just meant for a particular season. And that season could only be 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. And this is one of those situations for me. Alright guys, so I was working on a COVID vaccine trial with a contracted company as their nurse practitioner. Because of the pandemic and the need for this vaccine, which I knew that it would be a bit challenging and it would be a lot of hard work. But I just felt like it would be an honor to be a part of something like this. So I went to the interview and they told me all the great benefits of the job. They told me it's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I get all of these holidays off. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll take the job. And the position was temporary because, of course, clinical trials do not last forever. So I started this little job and in the beginning, everything was okay. Oh, but very soon the tables started to turn. And the first thing that happened didn't really have anything to do with me, but it was the beginning of this craziness. So the supervisor could not get one of my co-workers' names right. So my co-worker would always correct them and tell them what their name was. And one day my supervisor told my co-worker,
"Why does it matter what I call you? I will never remember your name."
Oh, really? But it didn't really have anything to do with me. So, you know, I just mind my business and I let my coworker handle that situation. So after this, the little things started happening. Like, this supervisor did not want you to tell them anything. Whatever they said goes. You can't ask no kind of questions. And if you question even the smallest thing, this supervisor's favorite word to say is,
"Oh, you're being aggressive."
So basically, if they said jump off a bridge, they expected you to just go jump. Don't ask no questions about it, just jump. Oh no, sweetheart, that's not gonna work with me. And let's be real, I'm African American. Now, you know you cannot label a black person as aggressive in the workplace in the climate that we in. Too much is going on, so don't give me that title when I am not being aggressive. So that made me start to feel like I had to be quiet and I had to sit on a lot of things, which meant a lot of stuff started to build up inside of me. And I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not, but this person was extremely controlling. We couldn't even blink our eyes more times than they wanted us to. So one time my supervisor asked me to go work at another location. I was cool with that, but I knew somebody else was supposed to be working there too. So I called this person and I just asked, "Hey, will you be at such and such tomorrow?" And she told me yes. The next day came, I went to work. And before I could walk through the door to clock in, my supervisor came up to me, walked me all the way outside, and asked me, why did I call my coworker to ask if they had to work the next day? What you mean why I called my coworker? Because I can. I want to know who I'm working with. So my supervisor then tells me,
"Well, if you want to know who you're working with, you don't need to call them. You call me."
Excuse me? This supervisor basically did not want us communicating with each other. I don't know what the point of trying to keep us separated was for. So you know what, at that point, I'm just like, okay. And I walked off. I did not have time to go back and forth with this supervisor about this petty stuff. And then any little thing that you said, this supervisor went back to the manager and told them everything. Like one time I walked in the door and I said my back hurt. Next thing I know, I had a meeting with my manager, and my manager asked me, was I diagnosed with back problems? What? Did I tell you that I was diagnosed with back problems? Like that's just strange to me. And then another time, I was sitting in there talking to my coworker, and we wasn't even talking about anything serious, but I got up to go to the bathroom. And when I turned the corner, my supervisor was hiding on the side listening to our conversation. Why? So, you know, I'm just dealing with all of this crazy little petty stuff, and I'm the type of person that don't have time for petty stuff. I will cut you off quick in a hurry. There was so many little things that was going on in this job, and I was only there for 2.5 months. But for the sake of time, I'm gonna just wrap this up and tell you a few more things that happened that led me to this decision. So you remember in the beginning when I told you in the interview, they told me about all of the holidays and all the special time that we would have off, right? So I got an email one day that said,
you will no longer have holidays off. We need you guys to work. And for all the salaried employees, you will not be getting holiday pay. You can just get your day back at a later time.
A later time? I mean, keep in mind, guys, I told you this was a temporary position. So if my time ended before I could get those days back, then guess what? I worked for free. If I got fired before I got those days back, then guess what? I worked for free. And one thing we do not do around here is what? Work for free. Oh, no. Yet another thing that came up was the fact that they told us they wanted us to start seeing 15 patients a day. So 15 patients a day may not sound like a lot to a lot of nurse practitioners out there. This is a clinical trial, so it took us like 3 to 4 hours to complete one patient. I had to be the secretary, I had to be the scheduler, I had to be the counselor, I had to be the janitor, I had to be the phlebotomist. So the last straw for me was the day that they scheduled 12 patients for me. So we have to pay for parking around there. That's another thing. You got to pay for parking every single day. So I had to pay for parking, and my ticket lasts for 10 hours. I was scheduled to work 7.5 hours. I ended up working 11 hours. So my car was towed, and they didn't say anything about that. In fact, when I went to see them the next day and to talk to them about them scheduling too many patients and us not being able to handle the load that they trying to do, because they just worried about numbers. They're not worried about the well-being of their employees. You know what they asked me? What do you do? Oh, so that's how you feel, huh? And they just told me there is no such thing as overtime for you. Me? I just basically have to work until I'm finished. That's not gonna be me, because that's not what we agreed upon. So basically you want me to work for free, because if you want me to see all these patients, that means every single day I'll be working 3 to 4 hours overtime and not getting paid. So you know what I did? When I got back to my office, I used their laptop to type up my letter of resignation, and at the end of the workday I hit submit. Y'all not about to play with me. We're not gonna do that over here. But I was so stressed dealing with these people, y'all. Like, I used to lose sleep over this. I would just have anxiety while driving to work. When I went to sleep some nights, I would dream that I'm entering into clinical trials. Like, it was just too much for me and for my mental health. And I felt like I could not be the best to my patients if I wasn't first the best for myself. And plus, if I have to work that hard and do all of those roles on a job, I might as well do it for myself. And that's what I'm getting ready to do, y'all. I will never give another person all my blood, sweat, and tears to build their dreams and not build my own. So let me know, guys, what you think. Was I wrong to quit? Would you have stayed in this situation? Like, how would you have handled this? Drop it down in the comments below. And just know that y'all about to start seeing me almost every day now. Oh yes, I have time. But thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead on and hit that subscribe button and join the family. I'm telling y'all, we going up from here. But that's all I have for you today. And until next time, see you later. Peace.